everyone, welcome to Q&A Wednesday.
Yeah.
You may remember that a long-ass time ago, we asked you to tweet us some questions.
Before we cut the feed,
And,
Alex.
hey, man, we're killers.
You want me to cut the feed again?
No.
Oh, okay.
And so now we have the answers for you. So we're gonna go through.
You mean the questions?
No, we have the
No,
answers.
They have the questions. We have the answers.
Yeah.
The good guys.
The good guys.
Yeah.
Good guys.
Is that the good guys?
I think it's like the good guys.
I think
Is
it's
that good
Larry
guys?
H. Parker. That's
Yeah.
not right.
No.
Zap to
No.
it.
No, Larry H. Parker is the we will fight for you.
We'll fight for you.
He's frightening.
I will fight for you.
Larry H. Frightening guy.
He's getting a little bit jowly
That's his
too.
real name. He is jolly.
All right, so we're grinding. So before we
this is
move
gonna be
into
a grinding episode.
First question: why is Larry H. Parker so jolly?
he's
I
old.
don't know if that's a
He's
question.
been in the game for so long.
Second question: will Larry H. Parker actually fight for you?
I don't know if it's actually ever him.
Third question.
Third question.
I want to
Greg,
know.
when were you brought on? When you were brought on Beard Bros, whose idea was it in reality? I believe that was Jared's idea.
Was it my idea?
You talking about Jared or you talking about Jared?
Jared.
Jared.
Jeremy.
Jared.
Jerome?
Jerome Khalil.
Jerome.
Where's Jerome? Bring back Jerome. Is my
Jerome?
favorite comment ever said about PBG's hardcore series. Bring back Jerome. I don't know who Jerome is, but I'm back, baby.
The reason
Well, according to like most videos that Gerard and I like guest star in, we're usually as Craig and Jerome,
Yeah.
or like Craig and Jared.
yeah, Jared, Jontron, and
I'm always Craig.
yeah, Craig.
Always Craig.
One dude at SGC like called me Jontron to my face, and he was saying it as a troll. Like he's
I
like,
remember that.
He knew who I was. He was like, "Hey, Jontron," and I was like, "Hi." Thanks for saying hello.
That person is gonna come onto this video comments and be like, "That was me. I'm so sorry."
Second question.
Well, no, the reason that we brought Greg on though was
Oh.
because like I do facts, Gerard plays a game, and that usually ends up me kind of sort of like talking to myself while Gerard
Is deep in concentration.
dipping in the game.
So you need somebody else to
So we needed like a color,
to jellify
yeah,
with.
Jellify.
Jellify, the color of jellification.
Yeah, and so now the show is deluxe.
Yeah, deluxe baby.
True story. It's deluxe.
Moving on.
Of the games you've done so far, which has surprised you when looking up facts and history on it? That's a good question.
Sonic 3 is kind of always a mind boggle for me.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff in Wild Arms. Like crazy, just weird,
weird
references
myths
and names.
There was a lot of like creatures. For me though, Star Fox was the one.
Star Fox.
Star Fox was crazy because like all the like productions that they were like, the Foxes was like a baseball team like down the street that played that they were like really into.
Crazy.
Like
I
they just
wasn't
thought
there
it
for that.
Yeah, they just thought it was like a cool name for like an animal, like a cool animal because they saw like this softball team, and there's like these temples that are like there's a famous temple in Japan that's like a temple dedicated to foxes, like a Shinto temple.
Huh.
And it's like foxes and there's like gates in the temple. And you know how you like fly through like a lot of arches in Star Fox? That was like a reference. Like they were like, we fly through a lot of gates. Gates, Kitsune Temple, foxes, softball team's awesome, Star Fox.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a great connection.
Yeah, and it was inspired by Thunderbirds, which is a great weird puppet show from England.
Dude,
Absolutely.
I loved the Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
That show
Thunderbirds are go.
was great.
Pretty dope.
But yeah, Miyamoto was a huge fan of it, and so that was like his concept. That's why they're puppets in the SNES version.
You've seen That Thing You Do, right?
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines from That Thing You Do is when they're waiting for Guy at the hardware or at the appliance store, and they're watching Thunderbirds, and then was it Lenny is just saying like, you know, my grandma and I watch the shows. You know what she just noticed? They're puppets. They're on strings. They're
Yeah.
puppets. And then Jimmy just like pauses and looks at him and says, "They're marionettes. That's what they are."
Yeah.
Just like he's just gotta be a dick.
Yeah.
Third question. Third question.
Moving
Ready?
on. Yeah.
Question the third.
What's next on the playlist of Beard Bros games?
Well, I think the most important thing for us to do before we do anything is to finish out all the games we've got in
Yeah,
store.
to be clear, I mean, we said we're back and we're gonna do 1 game per week now, but that is a strategy for us to finish the crap out of these games. So we're gonna just like blow through them, finish them, so that we've completed them all.
And then what we're gonna do is afterwards we're gonna still do Beard Bros.
We're gonna just like kind of come at it from a different way.
We also bought dogs.
Dogs. Well, we've always had dogs.
We're gonna get a dog
The new
on.
dog show.
We're gonna get a dog on as one of the hosts. But
This
actually,
is-
no.
this
But
is
what it's gonna be is it's gonna be a lot more of a little bit more of a return to our roots, as like we used to say that we were a journalistic Let's Play, and we're gonna kind of bring that zone back a little bit. We can't really say for now what our plan is any more than that, because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
But
Spoil it.
I know that we are gonna finish every game, and that includes Mario Land 2 with Davis. We're gonna bring Davis back.
You guys don't even know what kind of hell me and Davis went through the other day. He came over to my house, and we like tried our best to make it work, and everything had been working all day while I had been waiting for Davis to get there, and it just, when he got there, everything fell apart. The emulator stopped working.
Sucks.
One dude in the comments called me a sellout because we wouldn't return to the game. He was like, "What? You sold out because you money wasn't good enough? Screw you, dude." And I'm like, I thought about it, and I was like, that's an interesting perspective, because the reason why we stopped doing it, was because 1, we had recording issues, and 2, Nintendo was flagging us for copyright.
Nintendo literally was like, please stop, and we were like, okay.
Yeah, so...
But now we're a little bit in better graces with Nintendo.
Yeah, we've spoken to them. They've graciously allowed us to continue our show.
We told them how much we love Nintendogs, and they're like, thanks.
Yeah, Davis.
We really love that game.
You just got a 3DS recently. Have you been able to play Nintendogs and Cats?
Sure.
Have you?
No.
I know Greg has a cat, so it's like...
Is it great?
Better be careful, because when you play it, you go away into it. That's the biggest problem.
What?
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with Pokemon right now too. Is like,
Isn't it just like pretending that you have a dog?
but you touch it, you like pet it, and it like reacts to you, and it can hear you when you call it.
What if you have like a real dog or a cat?
It's similar. It's similar to that.
So why don't you just...
The game's only $30. The dog is like $400 or $500.
Or the cat is free because we found it.
That's true. That's different. That's a different zone. Then not everybody can be that lucky.
Get a free, good cat.
To find a good.
Yeah, that cat doesn't suck.
Yeah.
Like, I thought because it was like a traumatized cat that it was just gonna like piss everywhere and tear everything up. But no, it's like legitimately, to like watch Mad Men with me.
I actually have a pretty.
That's like the best cat in the world.
Our cat is a found cat too, and he's actually pretty good. This is it for Bowser.
It's basically... Cats and animals and stuff depend on how you raise them and how long you've had them for.
Yeah.
So
I'm a good father.
So why are you grinding right now?
Well, I've been pretty good at like outlasting enemies and kind of pushing forward with it all. But
You just gotta catch up. You mean?
Yeah, it's just there are moments in the game when you get these star issues that you probably should grind just enough so that when we do get further into the game that it's a little easier for us. It's mostly these areas with the star boxes. They really help a lot in terms of progression, because we don't want to sit here and grind anymore. We haven't done any grinding whatsoever.
We did it one other time.
We did it one other time, but I think that people understand why. It's a good time to answer questions.
Next question.
Moving on, moving right along.
What should I be saying the names?
Why don't we start say everybody who asked the question already, and then we'll.
Okay. So the first question was from Suck Oust the Noob.
Okay.
And then the second question was from Kiz the Exorcist.
Okay.
And then the third question was from DBZ Zalgo.
Great.
And then this one is from
Maxime or
Maxime?
Maxim?
Maxim Heim?
Maxime?
Yeah, and the question is, what was your favorite Super Beard Bros and your favorite completionist moment?
Whew.
I think one of the funniest moments we've had on Beard Bros is the whale.
The whale is ridiculous.
The whale weed, I think, was a little... That was a little much.
Speaking of whale, watch when the starfish go off to the left. See if they do it again.
Remembering Speed Demon was pretty delightful.
Oh, he won't have
The fact that everyone remembered it. The fact that Hector Salamanca became a thing. Hector Salamanca.
Did we get any good photoshops?
We got some great ones. We got some great ones.
Of the Mankey? Of Mankey?
I've seen a Mankey or two.
That's great. The coily thing was pretty funny.
Coily Snake.
Coily.
That was some great Photoshop on behalf of everyone involved.
I just think, for me, I think the number one thing is just starting the show. I always like the games that we chose, and I still stick to my guns about Wild Arms. I still love it. I know I'm out of touch with it.
It's a good game. It's dragging on because we don't.
We've been playing it for a year.
Yeah, we don't play it enough.
Beard Rose is like a year old now.
My favorite moments is just when I make Gerard do ridiculous things.
Like what?
It's like having you fall in a pool.
Oh, for the completionist?
Just ridiculous stuff.
My favorite completionist moment was the last year anniversary when the Warp Zone guys were here.
Yeah.
And Davis was trying to steal all your games.
He's just
He's like, "Fuck you, Greg." Really
Yeah,
funny.
that's a really
good bit.
Great delivery.
I also really, really like the Diddy Kong Racing episode.
That's one of my favorites.
that one turned out really
also-
good.
I just like-
Kurg.
I
I
just
just
like
love making it in front of people.
I
That was
liked I enjoy watching it. Like
that
regardless.
experience was like the best.
Yeah, I had almost nothing to do with that episode, and I just like. It's just like a thing my friends made.
The main thing that you had to do was once we were finished, you brought us, what was it? Lemonade and rum.
Oh my god, what a weekend that was.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
No!
That big giant jug of Kraken rum.
Yeah, and
that
then Slender
horrible-
that night.
Oh my god.
That was great.
Hilarious.
My wife came over.
Yeah.
She played Slender and like cursed like a sailor.
I was the only one who didn't play it. Do you know the first time that I played Slender, I didn't see the Slender Man once, and I got all the pages no problem?
Oh really?
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
You just went.
I just like walked and like
Nice.
was in a pretty lucky zone, I guess.
That's a way to do it.
Moving on. Next quest.
Next question. Wait, another one from Sock Oust the Noob. Second question for Greg. If possible, could we ever see you playing a part of a game? I'd love to see that on Beard Bros. No, you wouldn't, actually, because it would just be frustrating for all parties involved.
You guys get so mad when Gerard dies a bunch of times.
Dude,
like Donkey
you
Kong.
you don't even know.
Get ready.
You don't even know.
You guys don't, like, after we're done recording, I think the guys just leave me alone in the room for like 30 minutes and just like let me,
like
We'll let you decompress.
yeah, before we start filming.
just
again,
let your
do it.
let your asshole unclench.
Just
Fiend.
all that fear and disappointment that just took place.
Fiend Master. Simple question. Galaga or Pac-Man?
Ooh,
I'd say Pac-Man.
Mrs. Pac-Man is the game for me.
I'm gonna say Pac-Man.
I don't
too.
really like Galaga or Pac-Man, but Mrs. Pac-Man is amazing. Galaga, I guess, over Pac-Man, but Miss Pac-Man beats all.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They just released that Galaga game for PS Plus. You guys played that?
I just downloaded it this morning.
Galaga
Oh, yeah.
CX. It's freaking fun. It's like the same thing like they did with Pac-Man game, where they like kind of like changed the gameplay up a little bit and made it like kind of like ravey
Oh.
and stuff, and it's really great.
The old Pac-Man rave.
Yeah.
Pac-Man Ray.
So
Wop 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 wop.
here's another question from Sockhouse the Noob. He's just knocking it out of the park.
Great.
And now a question for Fasiani and me. You both help a good balance of funny, we bring funny to the show. How hard is it to do this, with how much time we actually have with the game?
Ugh.
We just kind of vamp.
Yeah, literally.
I'm actually kind of amazed that we never. There's a few times here and there where we don't know what to say.
We both.
Like if Gerard just gets up and leaves.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Actually, like between the three of us, we all are pretty experienced with improv. At least in years past. I still do it now, but
I still do it all the time.
yeah, all three of us.
I'm never real to anybody ever.
Yeah. All
Nobody
three of us
knows who I am.
are very experienced in improv, and so it's easy for us to kind of just talk about stuff that's funny. You just notice things that are weird and you talk about them, yada yada yada.
Yeah, it's good times.
Power of repetition, yada yada yada.
I think it's just the power of working with one another too.
Yeah, we know each other all really well now.
Yeah,
Now we just grab a beer and have some fun.
it's true.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 beers.
A couple M&Ms might pop out.
If
we do a good enough job.
I'm sorry, I'm out of M&Ms.
That's alright, I did a good job.
There's a
today.
whole one down.
Yeah.
The whole
I know I did.
There's a whole 1 M&M downstairs.
I know I did good. I know I did a good job today.
Admiral Doom. You did a good job.
I know.
You did good,
Okay,
Case.
so this is a figurative M&M.
Admiral Doom.
There it is. I pretended like I got one anyway.
Admiral Doom. Will you make T-shirts based on Beard Bros jokes?
Maybe someday.
I think when the show gets bigger.
When the show gets bigger, you know, that's where
Right now, it might be a little bit too under the radar.
Yeah, it's I mean, I don't think, as much as I love clenching, I don't think that like.
Oh, you know what? I'm
The
gonna.
poster might. I think like Satchel's poster that he gave to us. If he added Greg to it in some way,
to do that.
I'd sell the poster.
The poster's great.
fine how it is.
If we don't sell a Clench shirt, I'm going to independently design, sell, and publish my own brand of Clench clothing.
Well, you heard it here first.
It's just like a little. You know how you draw a sun in preschool? That's what's gonna be on the center of the shirt, and the shirt's gonna be bright yellow, and it's just gonna say "I'm clenched."
It's just a sun that has.
You know, well, like it's not actually a sun.
It's not actually.
It's
a
actually
sun.
a picture of a butthole.
No, it's weird.
But it'll look like a sun. The
it's
shit will be
showing
yellow.
a picture of like your face. That's just like has that like like that bloated like Kirby face, and it just says unclenched.
The DreamWorks animation face.
Yeah.
That all the main characters make on the billboards of like. You ever notice that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So funny.
Favorite. This is OMFG Blondie.
Blondie.
Favorite B-list or lower comic book superhero. And it says no Batman. It says mine is Dog Welder.
Dog welder.
Dog Welder.
Well, what counts as B-list? What do we?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a comic book guy.
Let's
I'm
just
not
make
either.
let's just make like some ground rules. Like what is like just one that's not like one of the big ones.
I like Superman. He's kind of under the radar.
Yeah, he's pretty low.
I always thought Hulk wasn't as popular as he is.
Hulk's real popular.
I would say like the Thing.
I really like Iron Fist.
The Thing, yeah.
I really like Iron Fist. I really like Daredevil. I really like over on the DC side. I like Blue Beetle a lot. Who else do I like over there on the DC side? I'm more of a DC guy myself. I really love the Doom Patrol. If you've ever read Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol, you win. You win points for Alex because that's a great series. And Flex Mentallo, really cool stuff.
I'll say my favorite comic book character because one of the few comic books that I actually owned was the Sonic the Hedgehog comic.
With Chuck Hedgehog.
God.
No, not Chuck Hedgehog. The girl. The, like, fox girl.
Hey, Amy?
No.
It's
No,
like
no,
a-
no. This is before Amy.
There
It was
was-
from the Saturday morning TV show.
Yeah.
She was, like, my first cartoon crush. I'm gonna say her. She's my
I'm not a
favorite.
comic book dude. Maybe Spawn? Is Spawn considered one?
I mean, he's a comic book character.
Fairly popular.
Spawn's cool.
I'd say like I feel like Spawn.
Spawn?
I like Spawn's design and his backstory and whatnot.
I also really like, what else have I been reading? Fables? I like Fables a lot. The new game just came out. I really do like Daredevil, though, you guys. If you guys haven't been reading Mark Waid's Daredevil, you should. Pick it up.
Here's our final question. I think it's pronounced Farid.
Yeah.
Farid Allen asks, "Why are you guys so awesome?"
It's not a question, it's more of a fact. I don't know. I was just kidding. That wasn't like a real. Like I just was.
Gerard thinks he's awesome.
No, can we not do